once my hair started shrinking and I'm losing my length, I was freaking out. What's going on, you guys? It's your girl Kim and I'm back with another video. This video is going to be about my lock journey thus far, why I started, what type of locks I have, and all the things. So let's get into it. So what inspired me to start locks? I've always had super thick hair, and ever since I was a little girl, my mom was always complaining, like, oh my gosh, your hair is just so thick. And it was just always so difficult to maintain. So growing up, like, I was wearing braids. My mom even put a perm in my hair, which later turned out to be so tragic once, because it was around the time where I was starting to do my own hair. So when I had the perm in there, it was good. Like, my hair was growing, like it was like longer than it's ever been. But then when I started doing my hair, I wasn't maintaining it well. I wasn't greasing it correctly. I wasn't keeping it moisturized. Like, and so eventually it started breaking off. And then that's when I went heavy into just wearing braids. I learned how to do my own braids. So all the way up until like high school and even going into college, I was just wearing braids. Then I started getting into the weaves and then the wigs and stuff like that. So then the majority of my 20s, I was just wearing weaves and lace fronts and just all the things. And all the while my hair was underneath these protective styles, it was still not being maintained. My hair was always dry. So even when I would take the braids out or the weaves out, I would have to wash my hair, and it was just so like, oh my God. It was a couple times where I was just so frustrated with trying to wash my hair, trying to comb it out. I just cut the hair. I just cut my hair. And so I was left with just like, just a little bit, enough to grip it so that I could braid it in the cornrows to put my weave on. Then I started wearing crochet, and it was just to the point to where I was never seeing my hair, and I was so frustrated, like, oh my God, like, I just want to be able just to do my hair. So then I got pregnant, and like after I had the baby, my first son, I wanted to just enjoy my hair, because like I wanted it to be easy, because even though I was doing braids and stuff like that, like I still had to get it braided, still had to do all those things. So I was just like, you know what, let me just put a perm in my hair. So I did that, and it was cool. Like, the wash days were easier. I started seeing my length and my hair, and I was just loving it. But I was still doing the same thing. I still had to wash it, still had to take care of it, still had to do all those things, all while having a toddler. And I was just like, I'm getting tired of this. So then I got pregnant with my second kid, and I didn't want to do perms while I was pregnant. So I went back to my braids, went back to my crochet hair. So that was that. And then when I had my baby, we decided we wanted to move to another country. And so we was out here. I'm out here with my hair's out. I'm like, okay, the humidity out here is like kind of crazy. My hair is not gonna stay in the little press that I'm doing. So I was like, you know what? I want to do locks, but I didn't want the thick locks. So I started seeing, like, going on Pinterest, trying to find like smaller locks. Then I started seeing like the sister locks and the micro locks. And then I found a girl by the name of Kiki J. And so I found her on Pinterest, and then Pinterest led me to her YouTube channel. So I started binge watching her YouTube channel, and I just was obsessed with the way that her hair looked. So I went through all her videos trying to figure out, okay, what type of locks does she have? Like, what was the starter method? All the things. So she said that she did the 2-strand twist, Microlocs, and I just loved the way that her hair looked. I seen other girls with like sister locks and things, but I just really didn't like how some of the sister locks looked. Like, I wanted volume. I wanted, and so I saw that the Microlocs 2-strand twist was gonna give you the best volume. So I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna do that. So I found a loctician out here, and I went on her Instagram, And I was just loving, like, everything that I seen on her Instagram page was exactly what I wanted. So I was like, okay, yes, I'm about to hit her up. So I got her contacts, hit her up, did my consultation and all the things. And then so I started my hair. It took about the first day, key. It took about, I want to say 16 hours the first day. And then she had to come back because your girl hair, she was like, this is probably the most hair I've ever locked before. Like, you got a lot of hair on your head. And my locks are like, they're very tiny. They're very tiny. We'll talk about how many I got maybe in another video. In the meantime, you guys can guess how many locks you think that I have. So the starter baby stage, the beginning was, it was like, okay, I loved how it came out when she wetted it, like did its little curly situation, and I was just like, oh my god, I love it. But once my hair started shrinking and I'm losing my length, I was freaking out because I've always loved long hair. I've always wanted long hair. Even got to the point to where I'm like, dang, like, okay, because she also do extensions. And I started asking her, well, do you think you could put maybe some extensions in my hair? And like, she was totally against it. Like, no, just let your hair be. Like, don't do that. And so I even put like a wig on top of my locks because I was so just missing hair. I didn't braid them, put some dookie braid type individuals in my hair. And I just was like, no, I got on this journey for a reason. Let me just embrace it. So I started finding like little cute hairstyles that I can do that I was comfortable with and that I thought I looked good in. And I just kind of sucked it up. Like, I'm still in the baby stage. Like, I'm 9 months locked. Like, I'm still kind of in there. And I just kind of just embraced it. In the beginning, there was like some situations where it started like being so dry. Like, my hair was so dry and I didn't know what to do. So I started putting like oil in it. And that was the worst thing that I could have done because then my locks started unraveling. I had to actually go back and have her retwist some of the locks that unraveled. And so I just stayed away from oil completely because it was just it wasn't it. So when my hair gets itchy now, I just wet it, or I just take a mixture of water and like some black castor oil on my fingertips, and I just in the scalp, like not getting them on the actual locks because I ain't trying to have them unravel again. So that's just basically what I do. Like, my hair still sometimes feel dry, but if I take like some water, like the spreads, and just spray my hair, I'll be cool. And then also I came across some rose water, so that's actually also been really helping me with the dryness and the itchiness, and it smells bomb. So that's what I've been doing. I do have some that are starting to bud, like the ones in the bag, which I've learned obviously those are the first to start budding because it's like, touching the back of your neck and your clothes and stuff. So I don't know if you guys can see, but there's one. I feel like it's fully locked, which I'm super excited about. It might got some lint on there. That's another thing. The lint in the Microlocs, baby. You gotta get them when you see them. I'm a girl. I like to wear, some light colored clothes. So I probably deal with it a lot more than most. But I think when I see them, I get them out as soon as possible. And if worse comes to worse, I've heard that you could just dye your hair. Speaking of dye, I actually did do like a cellophane, which is like a semi-permanent dye. It was, I think it was like the crimson red on the Adore brand, and it actually came out really good. I left it on there longer than what it says to do because I was like, this thing needs to take on this black hair. I did that probably in December, and we're in April now, so that was what I got my locks in July of 2023. So August, September, October, November, December. So that was like 5 months in, because I was just wanting like something, like I need some and so that red, it came out, it was like not the brightest red, obviously. It was like a burgundy, and I loved it for when it was there. But over time it has washed out, which I am kind of happy because I was starting to miss my black hair, or brown hair I should say, because my hair is like naturally like a lighter brown. Okay, so what is my routine as far as maintaining my locks? You know, basically I wash them twice a month, so once on my own, and I basically, you know, just take them in sections and, you know, just braid, braid, and then band. You guys can see, and then just band them at the end. Oh, girl. Okay, I'm back. The camera done died on you, girl, because I guess I was rambling. But anyways, the maintenance. So, wait, no, not the maintenance. What was the maintenance? Girl, get it together. How do I keep my locks healthy? So basically, I wash every twice a month. One on my own, braiding and banding, and then the other time is when I go to my loctician and I have her wash my hair, cause that's not my favorite part at all. So that's what I do. And then, like I said before, you know, just making sure my hair is moist. I probably try to do it. I try to wet my hair every day, but sometimes it doesn't happen. But I don't go 2 days without putting some type of moisture in my hair, whether it be me putting my hair up in a pineapple and I'm in a shower and just letting the mist just get into it, or if I'm just taking my mister, which I don't have with me right now, but the little mister, you know, spraying my hair and like letting it get wet. So that's basically how I take care of my hair, and also the rose water for extra moisturization. How do I style my hair? So I like to mostly wear it down, but if it's just looking crazy and it's not doing what I want it to do, then I'll just put it up in a, you know, half up, half down situation. Also, I'll just take it, I'll do a pineapple, and I'll just do like, you know, just a hair tie. Only I don't do it more than once. It's big enough, and I'll just let it just kind of like a satchel bob situation, but way cuter than that. So that's basically how I wear it for the most part. And I always get compliments on it. I done seen even a couple people, you know, copying your girl, you know, out and about in town where I live. I think it's cute. So what advice would I give other people who are interested in starting their microlock journey? Or just a locking journey, I guess. But since I have microlocks, I have more experience and knowledge about these. I would just say go for it. If you have been wanting to start locks, microlocks, even sister locks, just do it. I know the cost of them vary depending on where you are. Out here in East Africa, it was way cheaper than the prices that I've seen them for in the States. Like, way cheaper. Okay, I don't know. And so if I ever do go to back to the States, I'm gonna be shook because even the reties is way cheaper than what they got going on in the States, honey. It's cheap, okay? And I love it. So if I ever do go back to the States and I need to get a retie, I'm gonna be shook because the prices that I'm paying for them out here is perfection. But like I said, just go for it, do it. And even if you are like in the States and you just want to get them done and you gotta go for your, you know, your maintenance or reties or whatever, if it's worth it to you, do it. If you getting your hair done every 2 weeks, if you getting your hair braided, getting the weaves and lace down, the bust downs, all the things, then you might as well just get you some locks, because you're basically gonna be paying cheaper, but you still gonna be paying to get your hair done. So I mean, you might as well do something that is easier if you wanting to rock your natural hair, but you just don't really want to deal with it a lot. That's go for it. But that's one thing that I forgot to mention. The maintenance is nothing compared to what I'll have to do when I had to take out my braids and wash my hair. It literally took me an entire day. Like, I had to basically ignore my kids in order to get this hair done, because that's how serious it was. Now that I have locks, I have way more time for myself, for my kids. I could just wet my hair and go, throw it in a bun and go, and I don't have anything to worry about. I never have to worry about what am I gonna do with my hair, like, ever. And that's no shade or no tea to anybody. You know, you like how your hair is, then do it. But if you want a change and you just want to embrace your hair without stress, then get locks. Okay. So that's really all.